Hi guys, it's me, Nikki again. What up? I just felt that I needed to, and the fan. He's my biggest fan.
I'm your biggest fan.
Okay, Caitlin, my fiance, is over here. I would turn the camera, but she's basically naked.
Babe, you can't put
Bitch.
that on YouTube now.
Of course I can.
You can't.
Of course. She's in a towel. Anyway, this is so going on YouTube. But I felt I needed to do another video after my last one, which I posted the other day, because the other one was quite morbid. It was quite sad. And I did notice that some comments were like, you know, one person specifically said that they wanted a transition, but now after watching that video they were scared. And it's not what I wanted, it's not what I intended. I don't want people to be scared to transition, if that's who you are. But at the same time, I'm honest about how my transition is going. And unfortunately, those down days, and those days of doubt, and those days of, you know, the world crashing in on you, are a reality. You know, transitioning is not all smiles and laughter. I am happier than I've ever been. I know I said that in the last video, but I looked like I wanted to kill myself. But I am happier, and this transition has been amazing, and it has been worth it. But at the same time, I do have down days. I do have days where it just seems like absolutely everything is against me. That is just part of transitioning. It is a reality. So I don't want people to be scared of transitioning, because at the end of the day, it is ultimately the best thing, if that's who you are. But I also want people to know that the reality is that it's not all perfect. There are moments where you're going to lose people, and there are moments where you're going to doubt yourself, and there are moments where things are going to seem hopeless, and there are moments where you feel you're not changing enough, and you know, this is a reality. And I used to feel like that a lot more often than I do now. Now it happens every now and then. So as I've progressed, those feelings have subsided a bit more. But they are a reality. So if you are going to transition, I support you 100%, and I'd love to chat to you about it and everything, but you have to do it under supervision. I think seeing a therapist and seeing a psychologist and, you know, having someone explain to you exactly what the repercussions of transitioning are before you do it is really important, because if you're not expecting them, it can go quite awry. I mean, I saw a therapist for a couple of years before I started my transition, and he told me that my girlfriend at the time would break up with me, and he told me I'd lose friends, and he told me I'd lose family, and I didn't believe him until those things started to happen. And then I was like, oh, it. But at the same time, I was prepared for them, because I had had it drummed into me so much. So for those people out there who do want to transition, or who are in the process, or who are thinking about it, it is the most amazing thing, and it is so worth it. And the people who you do lose are people that you've never needed. But please just make sure that you are mentally prepared for it. There are a lot of changes that happen to your body. There's a lot of changes that happen to you emotionally. There's a lot of changes that happen to you mentally. And if you're not prepared for it, it can be really difficult to deal with. So I think that's probably the biggest advice I could give. And also, please don't worry about me. I am okay. And loved. I did just have a moment of weakness. It does happen. Doubts do climb into me at times. That sounded dirty. I don't know who this doubts person is.
Hey.
But yeah, so there are those moments of weakness, and we're all human, and I am happy, and I do get sad. It happens, and that's the whole point of my YouTube channel, I think, is to document and explain these things as they happen to me, because 9 out of 10 times I'm learning as much as you are about myself. So things sometimes surprise me. So yeah, so I just wanted to explain that. So my last video wasn't like a cry for help, it wasn't a suicide letter or whatever. It was literally just me explaining the certain things that us trans people go through, emotionally anyway. But I am okay, so you don't need to worry about me. And my fiance over here, who's still in her towel, there's a hand, see, she's real! She's real. It's not just like a voice box or something. Or maybe it's just a hand.
Sorry. I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Bye, guys.